Hello, my friend. Good day to you. My name is Michael Ojola for Mindset Transformation Africa, and on today's episode of Daily Mind Shift, I want us to talk about the fact that there are things in our life that are bad, but often we make them worse. There are things in our life that, quite frankly, they are already bad. We might be in a bad situation right now. We might be facing some bad health challenge. We might be going through a very bad breakup, right? And you might be having a tough time at work. But I just want to tell you something, that there is no problem or challenge that is so bad that we can't make them worse. There is no problem or challenge that is so bad that we can make them worse. And that's what I just want to talk about in a few minutes, okay? So you're in a bad fix, all right? Things are not going well. Things are not going the way you want them to. You just broke up with your boyfriend. You and your girlfriend just had a very bad fight. You got work and your turnover is not good. You're not selling your target. You're not hitting your target, and your boss is already threatening fire and brimstone. Your commission is not coming in. Your financial state is bad, like really bad. You are just living from hands to mouth. You can't even do basic things, all right? You can't even buy basic things. The economic downturn and your income level is so low that, frankly, it is very bad. But I want us to also tweak our mind in a little way that, see, the situation you are right now that you think is bad can actually be worse. I want to look at this statement in two ways. Number one, in the state of gratitude, and number two, how you should be very careful so that you won't make a bad situation worse. All right, in a state of being grateful, in a state of thankfulness, you should look at your situation and say it could have been worse. Your financial situation could have been worse. Your relationship situation could have been worse. It's just a fight that you guys have. Some people have lost their life because they were in a so-called romantic relationship. All right, some people's health is not coming back because their pressure point got boiled over. They are nursing hypertension right now because they cannot cope with the pressure that they are getting from work. So you should look at your situation that you are in right now, no matter that situation, that it could have been worse. It could have been worse, and believe you me, it could have been worse. So one of the ways that I get my mind and my body to really calm down and get my situation back on track is to reflect on how worse the particular situation could have been. That shift my perspective from brooding and needless worrying to gratitude. When I look, for example, if I ran out of cash and I really need cash to fix one or two things. So your mind can enter a brooding level that you start feeling sorry for yourself, regretting all the deals you should have made that would have made you billions or millions potentially, regretting some business deals that you did that really make you lose money, regretting how you spent some money that you should not even have spent, some expenses that are needless and pointless. You are even, as you are listening to this right now, you are looking at what you used the money to buy and you discover that it was purposeless. It was just emotional. It was just binge purchase. You bought that thing not because you really need it. You wanted it, but you cannot afford it when you bought it, but you bought it because you are indisciplined. Yeah, let's just call a spade a spade. So we've all been there. I've been there. I'm not talking to you as if I've overcome that. Once in a while I get myself in one or two messes like that. So I will now look at that situation. Okay, I'm not getting the money I want to, but it could have been worse. I could have been chased out of my apartment. I could have been I might not have been able to even fuel my car to go to work. At least I still got food in my house to eat. So you can flip it, all right? That is exactly what I want you to do. Flip that bad situation with this question, or with this statement rather, that it could have been worse. It could have been worse. Now, just if you have a pen or a paper right there, just write 3 ways the situation you are in right now could have been worse. 3 ways the situation that you are right now could have been worse. If you can just dedicate 1 2 minutes or even 30 seconds to this exercise and really think about it, not just you thought about it for some few seconds, you did not get to anything, you just left it. No, really think about it. How could your health been worse? It could have been worse. How could this relationship that you are fighting over could have been worse? How could it have been worse? So think about it, write it down. It helps. It helps. It helps. All right. It helps. One way that you can you can at least salvage a bad situation is to check yourself before you wreck yourself. You've heard that over and over and over again. Get into personal responsibility. All right, tell yourself where you've messed up. Tell yourself where you've messed up. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, so that you will not so that you will not wreck yourself eventually. Let me just put it like that. All right, own where you've messed up. Okay, everyone makes mistake. Own it. Own it. Do not let your pride destroy you from owning up to where you've made mistake. All right, acknowledge where you've made mistake. Apologize. All right, where you have really messed up, apologize to the parties, make amends, learn and move on. Okay, own your mess up. That's one of the ways that you can check yourself before you wreck yourself. Another way you can salvage a bad situation, I will stop on this, is when you see something bad, even if it's about yourself, call a spade a spade. When you see something, say something. Call a spade a spade. All right. If it's someone, pull them aside and talk to them privately. All right. Talk to them and stop them immediately. All right. If it's something really bad that you have to call a police officer, I will advise you do it. Okay. So let me wrap this up today by saying this again. There is no problem or challenge so bad that we cannot make worse. Number one, and this statement can be flipped in 2 ways. Number one, how can the situation you are in right now be worse? That will help you and give you perspective, and it will also give you a heart of gratitude. And number two, you can also stop yourself from making a bad situation to get worse. Number one, how can you do that? You can do that by owning up to your mistakes, checking yourself before you wreck yourself. And when you see something that is wrong, say something about it, even if your pride will be hurt in the process. Thank you for listening to me, not taking advantage of your attention. I appreciate it. Thank you. Blessings to you. We will talk later. Bye.